There's something nobody tells you before you make your first real film. You don't learn filmmaking by preparing, you learn filmmaking by making. My first big festival acceptance was HollyShorts. Now, HollyShorts isn't Sundance, I know. But when you're starting out and you've never been to a festival before and your movie's premiering at Grumman's Chinese Theater, trust me, it feels massive. Now, that movie was made before I really knew what I was doing. And I want to walk you through exactly how that happened and what I learned from it so you can make your first film not someday, but now. Hello, I'm Miguel Parga, filmmaker, professor for 18 years, and best-selling author of What They Didn't Teach You in Film School and Make Your Own Movies. Let's talk about the moment filmmaking stops being an idea and becomes real. When my film got into HollyShorts, it felt huge. Not because it was perfect, but because it existed. And here's the funny thing about it. I was an actor at the time. One day, a student filmmaker I was working with lost a cast member and he wanted to cancel his shoot. We were already there, lights set up, everyone's ready, and he just froze. So I said, look, let's just shoot something. But he couldn't make up his mind. So I took his script, rewrote it for him, and we shot something. It wasn't the film he had planned, but it was something. When we wrapped, I said to myself, why am I waiting for roles? I can just make films myself. And here's the thing. You don't need permission to make movies. You need willingness. That's how I got started as a director. Your first film won't be your masterpiece. It's just your starting point. The film that teaches you what the next film needs. So start now, especially when you're not ready. There's no version of filmmaking before fear. There's only filmmaking through the fear. The film that got into HollyShorts was 5 minutes long. That's it. It's not by accident. Festivals love short shorts. They can schedule them anywhere in the program. Remember, you want to make it easy for them to pick your film. Now think about it. If your film is 15 or 20 minutes long, they're going to have to reject some films in order to play yours. Don't put them in that position. You need to remember that short films are moments, not epics. So to me, 3 to 5 minutes is the sweet spot. No filler, no rambling, no slow middle to drag through, please. A 5-minute film with purpose is always better than a 15-minute film searching for what it's about. It's too much of that. Start small. Make it tight, make it meaningful. Short films are not miniature features. They're distilled experiences. For my film, I had one location, 2 characters, 1 emotional turn. That's all you need. I mean, really ask yourself, what's your film about? What's the one thing it's trying to say? My film was about how things are not always what they seem. That's it. Everything in that film was designed for that one realization in mind. The more you strip away, the more room the audience has to feel. Now, start with a good dilemma. Make your character try and solve it. End with the most unexpected conclusion you can think of. The more unexpected, the better. And here's the bonus thing about the one character, one location, one problem formula. It's cheaper. Your crew can shoot in one place. You don't have to travel. You don't have to feed a bunch of actors. Your film is focused. You can concentrate on the emotion. I made a rule for that first film. I said to myself, no dialogue. Not because dialogue is bad, but because film is a visual language. If your scene only works because the characters are explaining what's happening, It's not cinematic yet. So you want to ask, can I tell this in images? Can I tell this story without dialogue? If the answer is yes, cut the lines. If you can tell the story without the dialogue, do it. It'll teach you how to communicate with the language of film, which is visual. And here's the bonus. A film with little or no dialogue travels further. It plays at more festivals, more countries, more hearts. There's nothing keeping audiences from understanding what your film is about. You're using the universal language. Film. Make a genre movie to start with. I know it's controversial, but that's what I think. My first festival film was a horror. Not because I consider myself a horror filmmaker, although I love the genre. I want to do other things too. But I made it horror because genre gives the audience a door in. Genre is familiar, safe, recognizable. And then if you subvert that familiarity, you surprise the audience. And that's a great thing when it happens. My film played at 25 festivals. Not because it was expensive or fancy, but because it made people feel something. And that's the job. And that always begins with the script, with the story. You can't fix a weak idea in the edit room. You can elevate a strong one no matter what budget you have. So start with the story. Give the audiences some comfort and then surprise them if you can. Your network doesn't start online. It starts when you walk into the room. The relationships you make at festivals are going to last longer than the screening. So if your film gets in, go. You have to show up. I don't know how many of my students make this mistake. They submit to festivals they know they can't attend. What's the point of that? The whole point of the festival is for you to meet people. So go, stand up at your screening, shake hands, talk to strangers. That's where your next film will come from. If you want to watch the film that started all of this, the link is down below. 5 minutes, no dialogue, one moment that changes everything. If this helped, like and subscribe. It really does keep the channel going. And if you're serious about making films that mean something, start where your film actually begins, the script. My mini course is linked below. And remember, don't just direct your movies, direct your